today. It's the National Football League. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 12 carries, 60 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Eason's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun is Eason. He dumps this off to Mack.
Eason's pass.
It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at the 34. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Green Bay Packer.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At the 44-yard line.
First down, Love to pass. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab.
That's good.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up third and manageable.
And every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a third and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 16.
He'll throw from the gun.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now, Diggs, and he'll get this one up to the 26.
The ball carried by
for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Love now to pass on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Intercepted by the
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Eason's pass.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 catches, 80 yards. Now he dumps this off over the middle and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Ready, go. Let's go, ready, go.
Working out of the gun. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now a give right side. Diggs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Love from the gun. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's another great.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
At the 16-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Love. Touchdown, Packers. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10. At their own
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 22-yard line.
He's got a man, complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to Marlon Mack.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
And a Colts first down.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Mack, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Eason firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Eason's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down, Indianapolis.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The Colt ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And a Colts first down.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Montez Sweat brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the three is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
They'll run on first down. Diggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 32-yard line.
On play action. Love to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's good for a Green Bay.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Colts' 36-yard line.
Throwing. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Eason trying to hurry him up and get him set. Dumps this one off to Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Jacob Eason. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This goes to Mack on the check down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On third down, Eason. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
That keeps the score. Packers.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big, and we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for the... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Diggs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, Love.
Oh, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 43.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2nd down, Love. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll keep it on the ground. Diggs, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
To number 84. It's a gain of
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Diggs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Down at the 15-yard
5
line.
yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Packer. 1st and goal at the 9.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Diggs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
For the field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20 to 10. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Eason on 2nd down.
Campbell making the catch. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Catch made here by Campbell. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
First down.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. He dumps this off to Mack.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Marlon Mack.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Packers' 24-yard line.
From the gun is Eason.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's got daylight. The 20. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28.
Second down, here's Eason.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Colts on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Got an open man, that's Campbell.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
And that is incomplete.
Eason's pass intended for Paris Campbell.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And the Colts first down.
1st and 10, Eason.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Eason.
Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free.
And this is going to be Packer football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now Eason. They'll run the screen with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Pass complete. Fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And it's third down.
7 yards to go.
He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. From the gun, Eason. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dean Lowry gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. Operating from the gun, Eason, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They run the counter. Diggs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, Eason. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.